Why goals often don't work for me, and possibly you too. Welcome, my friends, to another live video. This is Troy Stone King. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. The title of this video is Why Goals Often Don't Work for Me, and possibly you too. You know, every once in a while, I come across something that completely shifts my paradigm, changes my point of view, shows me something that either I didn't understand before or something I'd never really seen before in a specific way. That happened to me just in the past couple of days, really in 3 different areas. So let me tell you something I learned. I was listening to a podcast. Thanks for all the likes there, Alan. I appreciate that. I was listening to a podcast, the Ziglar podcast, and Tom Ziglar, who is Zig Ziglar's son, if you're a fan of personal development in the past or deep into sales in the past, you know the name Zig Ziglar. Well, his son Tom and Kevin Miller, who is the son of Dan Miller, author of 48 Days to the Work You Love, host the Ziglar podcast. And in one of the very recent podcast episodes, Tom said something that just completely adjusted how I saw a lot of my life and why I've had some issues with goals. You see, we're told often, many times, set a goal, set a goal, set a goal, set a goal. And we're told what kinds of goals to set. Set SMART goals, specific, measurable goals that can be achieved and that are also reasonable and time bound. Set these goals, and then the goals will motivate you to go to them. But here's what Tom Ziglar said on the podcast. 80% of people are not motivated by goals. Only 20% of people are motivated by goals. 80% of people are motivated by solving problems. Let me repeat that stat in case you didn't get it. 20% of people are motivated by goals. 80% of people are motivated by solving problems. There's psychological research backing this up. And they actually did they put the question on Facebook. They said, hey, are you motivated by goals or motivated by solving problems? And the number was dead on. 20% said goals, 80% said solving problems. Guess where I'm at? Solving problems. This happened to me just yesterday. I had a friend come up to me and she said, hey, Troy, can I have 2 minutes of your time to help me with a problem? Boom, I jumped up. You know how long I worked on that problem? I think it was closer to 45 minutes. And I didn't mind taking the time to do it. You know why? Because I was having so much fun solving the problem. Got to the end of the problem and I'm explaining to somebody else exactly how it went. Because I loved it. I'm a problem solver. I'm not goal-oriented. And yet, in the personal development industry, the focus is almost exclusively on setting and achieving goals. It's not just semantics. It's a complete change in your point of view. Looking to solve a problem rather than looking to accomplish a goal. Somebody else, they talked about another person on this podcast who said that to her, because now she was problem-oriented, she said to her, a goal that isn't accomplished becomes an unfinished project, and it just weighs her down. I got news for you. I have the exact same problem. Goals that I've set in the past that I didn't complete for whatever reason, they're unfinished projects, and they weigh me down. It's not good. Now, let me make one caveat here. There are some areas where goals work for me. Very specifically, in running, I set goals and that works very consistently for me. But in goals that are more business-oriented or goals that are more performance-oriented as far as using my mind to accomplish the task, I don't see setting goals as working for me at all. But when I change it to a problem to be solved, I get excited and I'm ready to jump in and go after it. Hey, thanks for that comment, Alan. I appreciate it. Now, that's one of the 3 things that have changed my paradigm in just the past couple of days. Here's the second one. Setting the goal doesn't work because you can't necessarily control the outcome. Now, we all know that, right? There can be circumstances that change. There can be there can be requirements for the goal that somebody else has to take care of, and maybe they don't do their part, or they do it in a way that doesn't work for the goal we're shooting for. So you can't control the actual outcome. But what you can control is the process. What you can control are the daily steps that you take, the daily steps that I take to work on doing what? Oh, not the goal. To work on solving the problem. See, the problem may be different than the goal. For example, you might say, well, my goal is to double the business, to double my business this year. So if you're making 100K in your business, your goal is 200K. If you're making 200K, your goal is 400K, whatever it is. That wouldn't work for me. But if I say, the problem is I'm not making enough money in this business. What are the daily actions? What is the process I need to take every single day to get more money coming in? Not from a selfish point of view, because money is a tool that can be used to help others. But what is the process I can do every day? Now, I won't say what's the process I can do every day to double my business. I won't say what's the process I can do every day to make an extra 50 or 100 or 200 or $400,000. I'll say, what's the process I can do today to increase the revenue? That's it. That's it. What's the process I can do today to increase the revenue? You see, the greatest athletic coaches don't usually set a goal to hit a championship. They tell their players, focus on the process, focus on the process, focus on the process. Do the drills, take the shots, do the running, do all the practice. And then the championship just happens because you're focused on the process. Now let me back up just a little bit. I'm an 80% solve the problem kind of person. If you're a 20%, person who's motivated by goals, then set the goals, because that'll work for you. That'll work for you. So you got to say to yourself, in the past, when I've set goals, has that really motivated me to move forward? If it has, then you're probably a goal-set-oriented person. But if you set a goal and the goal gets closer and you're like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And then you cross line, you didn't make it, like, I don't really care that much. It's because you're not goal-oriented. You're problem-oriented. You need to solve problems, not set goals. Now, here's the third thing that I've learned in just the past couple of days. And this came from two different places. One, I'm a person of faith. So frankly, one, it was the Holy Spirit of God leading me to this understanding. And two, my wife told me the exact same thing later that day without any conversation about it beforehand. And it's this. Troy, you are exhausted. You are tired in the evenings. And it's hard for you to carry out tasks that are mental in nature, that require the use of your brain, because you're exhausted from the activities of the day. In the mornings, what you usually do is you focus on exercise and fitness and running or riding your bike, and you try and take whatever's left of energy in the evening and work on the business stuff. She, and also the feeling I got on the Holy Spirit was this: you need to flip that around. You need to flip that around. You need to take those mornings when you have the most mental energy and use those to do tasks that require mental energy. And then you need to do the exercise and the fitness in the evenings, because the exercise, get this, the exercise creates energy. And I've seen it over and over and over. When I run, I am literally gaining energy from the activity. When I'm mentoring runners, I'm gaining an unbelievable amount of energy. When I'm mentoring runners, they can't understand why I have so much energy. It's because I get energy from the process of running with them. So my friends, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to start working on the mental stuff in the mornings and the physical stuff in the evenings. Now on Saturdays, that'll be different, of course, because on Saturdays we have our group runs in the mornings. But otherwise, I'm going to flip this around because I've seen it not working the way I'm doing it. Maybe it's time to make a change. So quick review. We're almost done here. 80% of people are motivated by solving problems. 20% of people are motivated by setting goals. You need to know which kind you are. And then change how you approach what you want to accomplish into either a problem or a goal to be set. Then, especially if you're a problem solver, focus on the daily process. Don't worry about the giant goal that's way out there. Focus on the daily process that will get you closer to solving the problem. And finally, look at your energy levels for mental acuity. Do the tasks that require the most mental acuity during the time when you have the most mental energy. And do the tasks that require less mental acuity and more physical during the time when you have lower mental acuity, because the energy comes from the physical tasks. So thank you, my friends, for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it was valuable to you. I appreciate everybody who's already hit the like button. Anybody else who wants to jump in the like button, let me know that you thought this was valuable. Go ahead and do so. Also, this video is public for a reason. If you think there is enough value to share it with your friends, please do so. About 30 seconds after I cut this video off, it's going to be on Facebook, open to be shared. Open to be shared. Hey, Alan, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are a wonderful, precious friend of mine, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, my friends, for taking the time to watch this. Hey, if you want to talk more about the process, the problems versus goals, feel free to drop me an email, live, L-I-V-E, at troystoneking.com, or you can certainly reach out to me directly on Facebook. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day. Oh, one other thing. All my videos eventually find their way to my YouTube channel. There's like 100 of them over there now. That's youtube.com/TroyStoneking. Have a wonderful rest of your day.